Hello challengers, welcome to day 12 abs. It's your last workout of the week. And we have with us again our guest star, Selvi Clark, all the way to Virginia from Maryland for this workout. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood we don't work out in the same clothes every day. We are filming this all on Sunday for you guys. So today we're doing abs. Again, it's a 15-minute AMRAP for the beginners. So do your warm-up, set your timer for 15 minutes, do as many rounds as you can of the exercises, and then cool down and stretch. And a 20-minute AMRAP for the advanced and the intermediates. Selvi has some great tips because she's done a lot of workouts, so she's going to give you some tips while we're working out, but she has a great tip for you guys to start off with about how she uses the videos to do her workouts.
So now that I'm a FAB5 week 2 veteran, I have learned that I really have a hard time keeping track of the reps and sets and counting while I'm working out. It's just not something I'm used to. So I've created like a 5x5 table and I write it down at night. I do my little video watch before the next day's workout, and I just create a little table, and that way I can just mark off where I am. I don't always get every single exercise, but at least at the end of that round, I'm marking off where I'm done. It also helps me to watch the video and give myself a little note if I forget what the name and what it means. So I've even done stick figures just to help myself. So I'll post a pic of one of them so you guys can see it, but that really helped me go the next day without having to do any prep.
I think that's a great idea. I actually use the wipe-off board that I show you guys in the beginning. Ryan and I actually have that up in the workout room for each of our workouts because we may go at different speeds. I won't say who's quicker. Depends on which one of the exercises we're doing. And so we know what's next and can flow through the various exercises. So that's just some tips for you, but enough procrastinating. Time to start the abs workout. We're going to start with the beginners. You're going to do your old favorite plank, but you're going to do a leg raise. So we're progressing and getting a little more difficult. You can go up on your arms, or you can go down, as we did last week, on your shoulders, or on your arms, or up on your hands. And you're going to raise one leg, hold it for a couple seconds, 2 to 5 seconds per leg, depending on how advanced you are. You're going to really make sure your back is straight and definitely squeeze your glutes. And you're going to do 10 of those total, or that's 5 per side. Okay? For the advanced, we're going to add an arm raise to that. Do you have any? It looks like Selvi wants to give a tip here.
No tips. No tips.
No tips yet. All right. There you go. So you're going to, advanced is going to raise a leg and the opposing arm, and you're going to hold that for longer than Selvi just did. You're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Your goal is 10 seconds. If you can do 5, do 5. The key is you're going to do 2 per side, and you're going to alternate. So you're going to hold one side. Like,
try this.
You're going to hold one side, and you're going to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds down, and then you're going to switch sides. Yeah, you may need to get down on your arms for this. This is really working your balance as well as your core and your glutes, and actually your shoulders and upper back. And you can work your way into this one. And as Selvi's showing you, like, just because you may struggle doesn't mean you should quit. It just means you should. A guy that I've read a lot of articles from calls it the 3 A's: adjust, adapt, and accept. So if you can't do it up on your hands and you can't hold it for 10 seconds, then try it for 5. If you can't do that, go down on your elbows. The key is you got to do something. And by the way, if all that's too hard, your beginner option is just with the raised legs. Do that. All right, so the next beginner exercise is the valve side crunch. So you're going to need your valve slides, or alternatively, you won't want to use this. Alternatively, your plates if they slip around your floor. You're going to get back on your back with your legs bent. Valve slides on your hands, and then you're gonna slide up into a crunch and slide back. What the valve slide does is it makes sure that you're rolling slowly down rather than falling down, which some people do in a regular crunch. You don't want to use that momentum because you really want to use your core. And you want to think about your abs here. And I know that Selvi has a tip for you on this one. Or she did, but she's so tired now she forgets.
Yeah, you know, I think with abs, it's just such a mental aspect for me to really focus on my abs and to really clench them, because I can do some of the moves practically with just using my arms and legs and not focus on my abs. So it really is a little bit more mental for me. And sometimes that means I'm slower just to make sure I'm gripping it, but that has
Make sure to think about your abs, to tense your abs. All the studies prove if you're thinking about the body part you're working, you're going to work it harder. So in this one, don't think about your arms, don't think about your legs, think about your abs and rolling up and rolling down. And as Selvi said, this one you will actually work yourself much better if you do it slower rather than more quickly, because quickly you'll use more momentum than you'll use your abs. All right, so that's the beginner. Advanced, we're going to do the weighted leg raised crunch. You're going to get one weight, and Selvi is using 15 pounds, 20
Yes,
pounds? 15 pounds. Legs straight up in the air, arms straight holding the weight, and you're going to just reach up to your feet, lifting your upper back off the ground, and you're going to do 10. And that's the weighted raised leg crunch. All right, next exercise is we're going to do V-ups, both for the beginners and for the advanced, but they're going to be modified for the beginners. So we'll start with the beginner exercise. You're going to put your legs in the air, bent, nope, she wants to go straight to advanced, bent, and you're going to raise up like that, hands over the head, raise your back up as far as you can, and you're going to do 10. Now advanced, you're going to straighten your legs, and you're going to start out hovering. Your legs are hovering over the ground, your arms are hovering over the ground, and you're going to come up like a V. And the face of Selvi shows you how hard this is. When it gets too hard, you can start laying completely down in between the reps so that you're not hovering. Or you can do the modified V-up of the beginners. But if you can do 10 of these for multiple rounds, you will have some smoking abs.
That hurts hurt already.
Yeah. All right, next exercise is the reverse crunch. This is for the beginners. And Shelby's going to show you you can use bent legs or straight legs. She's like straight. And you're going to crunch up, and this is where you really need to think about crunching from your lower abs. You do not want to use the momentum of your butt or your lower body. You're pulling yourself up with your lower abs, and you're going to do 10 of those. Advanced, you're going to do the bow side mountain climbers. You did mountain climbers last week. Now you're going to do them with the bow slide or your plates. You're going to get down in a plank with the bow slides under your feet.
Yeah, getting situated can get a little tricky on this one.
Yes, the key here is you got to use pressure on your toes so you don't lose the bow slide. And then you're going to come in to a mountain climber, and you're going to do 20 of those, and that will happen. You've got to remember to keep your feet, your toes, pressure on your toes. If you lose the slide, just stop and get it, and you're going to do 20. All right, last exercise is the Russian twist. Everyone's doing them, but beginners, we're going to show you a modified version. The Russian twist, so the beginners, your feet will be on the ground unless you feel like you can move them up. And you're going to twist your body and as far over to the side as possible. To make it more advanced, you can raise your legs. And then to make it more advanced, and this is where we want the intermediate and advanced to go, you're going to raise your legs and use a weight. This is 15 pounds, and you're going to do 10 per side or 20 total. And
so be careful of your lower back on that, because when you raise your legs, sometimes it can make you activate your lower back, and it's something mentally you gotta get back to your abs and not your back.
And you want to keep your back straight. You do not want to crunch. You do not want to bend. You want to keep your back straight. And again, you can make it as easy or modified as you need. You do not want to feel pain.
So for me as an intermediate, I'd probably keep my feet down more than up, just to practice the abs before I
And would
let
you
go.
use a weight? But you'd use.
I would use a weight.
Yeah.
I would keep my feet down.
All right. Well, that's the end of week 2. Any parting words, Selvi?
Yeah, go week 3.
I'd like to thank our guest star. So I hope we'll have more guest stars. If anyone wants to trek to Virginia, let me know. Have a great weekend.